Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Amidst optimistic atmosphere, the founding authority for drafting a new constitution for Libya will conclude its works in Salalah tonight. The Sultanate participates in the joint annual meetings of Arab financial authorities in the Kingdom of Bahrain. And in a rare discovery, lynx, an endangered animal, is found in the wilaya of Rostaq. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Tran Day Quang of Vietnam on his election as a President of the Republic. Works of consultation meeting of founding authority for drafting a new constitution for Libya will conclude this evening in the city of Salalah after deliberations lasted for almost 3 weeks. It was hosted by the Sultanate under the patronage of the United Nations. Oman News Agency mentioned it is due that the final session will issue a statement announcing agreement on a new Libyan constitution draft, which will be as a certificate for the success of these concentrated consultations. We call the attention of our viewers that the Sultanate of Oman television, by its general and Mubashir channels, will broadcast live from Salalah the final session of founding authority for drafting a new constitution for Libya at 8 p.m. Sultanate's time. Challenges that are facing Arab economies in light of oil prices decline, developing markets and strengthening commercial cooperation among Arab states topped issues discussed at a meeting held in Bahrain by financial authorities of councils of Arab central banks, governors and ministers of finance. The participants emphasized the necessity to exert extra efforts to support policies of economic diversifications, structural reforms building capabilities, concentration on increasing rates of economic growth, raising up living standards for citizens and finding new job opportunities. That was in addition to strengthening domestic finance markets, paying attention to support small and medium projects. The Sultanate's delegation was chaired by His Excellency Darwish bin Ismail Blushi, Minister responsible for financial affairs. The successful Singaporean experience in developing employee productivity in the workplace and the role of institution management in finding fertile work environment were topics discussed at Motivation Conference held in Muscat. Job satisfaction, attractive work environment, cooperative spirit and confidence are very important principles that should be in our public and private establishments, as they are looking for new ways to improve performance. The lecturer focused on ways to deal with employees and the role of management in strengthening employees' loyalty to the establishment. After a series of monitoring and search operations, specialists at the Directorate of Environment and Climate Affairs in the Governorate of South Batna found a lynx in cooperation with a number of citizens in the wilaya of Rostaq. It is one of the endangered animals rarely seen in the area. The possible habitats of the lynx are the Governorate of Dhofar, Jeddah al-Harasis, Governorate of Musandam and the Northern Mountains. Lynx is one of 4 species within the lynx genus of medium-sized cats. It has a short tail, characteristic tufts of black hair on the tips of its ear and padded paws. The lynx is usually solitary, although a small group of lynx may travel and hunt together occasionally. It feeds on a wide range of animals from deer, chamois, sheep, mice and birds. The Sultanate is among the first countries in the world which has paid great attention to environment and natural wildlife protection through issuing laws and regulations that aim to protect wild animals. It also established various reserves for endangered animals. Still to come in our news bulletin. Oman Equestrian Federation concluded obstacle jump season in Al-Rahba ground in the Wilaya of Barka. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Reviewing March of the good bilateral relations binding the Sultanate and the State of Qatar to serve the joint interests, besides touching on a number of topics of common concern, topped the discussions of His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, and His Excellency Ali bin Fahad al-Hajri, Ambassador of the State of Qatar to the Sultanate. During the meeting, they also exchanged cordial conversations and discussed a number of topics of concern to the two countries. The Royal Navy of Oman, RNO, celebrated the graduation of the University Officer Cadets course and a batch of new recruits in the military field in Saeed bin Sultan Naval Base under the auspices of Major General Matar bin Salim al-Balushi, Commander of the Royal Army of Oman, in the presence of a number of commanders of the Sultan's armed forces, security and military units. At the beginning of the celebration, the chief guest inspected the first line of the graduates. He also watched a parade in the normal march and military shows presented by the graduates, accompanied by RNO music. After that, the chief guest distributed the honorary awards to the first graduates. The chief guest also pinned medals of a long service and good conduct on a number of RNO officers, non-commissioned officers and personnel in appreciation of their long service and dedication in performing their national duty. Oman oil price June delivery reached 35.30 US dollars. The Dubai Mercantile Exchange said in a statement that the price of Oman oil rose 80 cents from the price of yesterday, Tuesday, which was 34.50 US dollars. The average price of Oman oil April delivery has stabilized at 30 US dollars and 23 cents, thus 2.83 US dollars per barrel, higher than March delivery 2016. The latest weather analysis of the National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center shows that the Sultanate will be affected by an upper air trough. It will start from Thursday, 7th of April and expected to continue for 3 days, with chances of cloudy skies and varied intensity rainfalls, occasionally thunderous and accompanied by active wind and hail over most governorates of the Sultanate. Seas will be moderate along most of the coasts of the Sultanate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters, and it is expected to rise to 3 meters during thunder showers. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation advises public not to take precautions during rain and not to cross flowing wadis, and check the sea state before sailing and follow the latest weather bulletins. Ministry of Health educational institutions represented by Oman Nursing Institute celebrated their annual open day at Sultan Qaboos Sports Complex in the presence of the deans of the institute and other institutions. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i.
Over 400 100 students and health educators of Oman Nursing Institute in their opening day participated in different sports activities including volleyball, basketball, handball, football and swimming. This initiative serves as a role model for healthcare professionals and the public in general. Today's lifestyle is based on sedentary habits, unhealthy food, smoking and high work pressure, which have led to increased ailments related to heart. This calls for immediate intervention to create awareness about the importance of physical exercise, as it is good for mind, body and spirit.
This is the first sports day that we are making in Oman Nursing Institute and in the Ministry of Health Educational Institutes. Sports is very important and everyone should do sports. So because of that, we decided to have a sports day for all the students and to encourage the students, especially that they are nurses, to perform sports and exercises, and therefore they can encourage others in the public.
Furthermore, team sports are good for learning accountability, dedication and leadership, among many other traits. Putting it all together by playing a sport is a winning combination.
Indeed, sport is important for all of us, and we have to be a role model to encourage others to do sports.
This event is spearheaded by the Students' Consultative Council in cooperation with the Institute Administration, headed by the Student Council Chairperson, Faculty and Institute Administration. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television.
Within the aim to provide the citizens with high-quality water services, the Directorate General of Regional Municipalities and Water Resources in the Governorate of Musandam launched a campaign titled Municipal and Water Services for Better Community. The three-week campaign stressed the importance of reducing the use of water and using the latest technology for the same purpose. It focused in enhancing the services facilities, managing the water resources, as well as highlighting the role of the municipalities in developing the services provided to citizens. The campaign included an exhibition distributing awareness booklets on how to reduce water use, competitions, and a health village. The Directorate General of Health Services in the Governorate of North Sharqiya organized a ceremony on the occasion of the Gulf Nursing Day, which falls on the 13th of March every year. The celebration came to stress the role of nurses in the medical services system and the care provided to the patients. The celebration included a rich program reflecting the nobility of the nursing profession. Through speeches, play sketches and lectures, the ceremony shed light on the role undertaken by male and female nurses within the health service system, challenges encountering the nursing sector, and training programs that enable them to fulfill their entrusted tasks towards patients. At the end of the ceremony, the retired nurses were honored. Oman Equestrian Federation concluded obstacle jump season in Al-Rahba ground in the Wilaya of Barka. The conclusion race, which was presided over by His Excellency Mohammed bin Salim Al-Tubi, Minister of Environment and Climate Affairs, witnessed a participation of 68 horse riders who competed in 4 levels. At the end of the ceremony, the winning horse riders were honored. Now for the general weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over most of the governorates of the Sultanate, with chances of scattered rains on the governorate of Dhofar and Wusta, as well as southern parts of Sharqiya, with chances of dust raising wind on the desert areas. On the coastal areas, there are chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning. Winds will be southwesterly to south light to moderate over the southeastern coast of the Sultanate. On the rest of the governorates, it will be northwesterly to north light to moderate. Seas will be moderate along the Sea of Oman and Musandam with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. For the rest of the coasts, it will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Amidst optimistic atmosphere, the founding authority for drafting a new constitution for Libya will conclude its works in Salalah tonight. The Sultanate participates in the joint annual meetings of Arab financial authorities in the Kingdom of Bahrain. And in a rare discovery, lynx, an endangered animal, is found in the Wilaya of Rastaq. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.